Tony is a very good friend of ours from the Uganda community, those of you who know him. But for those who are into the entertainment, in the music industry, you probably heard about Kulcha Kandela. But if you haven't, then you get to know about him. But the most important reason why I got to know him, why I'm so inspired to connect and work with him, is because he created an organization called Africa Rise. And Africa Rise is about helping Africans to understand that as much as the Western world, as much as the community where we are now comes in to help, we should be the first people to help ourselves. Imagine you being the person supporting Africa Rise to help people to go to school in Uganda. Imagine you being the person who maybe finds donors or who is creating a donation for a child who is looking for education in Uganda. This is the idea, that we can make a difference, even as we are ourselves trying to make a difference here, we can make a difference where we are coming from. And this gives us a lot of credibility in the community where we are, because when people come to help us and they see us also being actively helping other members of our community where we're coming from, people take us more serious than when we come always begging for help, right? Imagine that you see Jacob coming here or Hussein coming here to help kids in Africa, when us, people coming from Africa, are also here taking care of ourselves. So we have all kinds of help. He's offering a lot of help, and I would like to give him a few minutes, literally a few minutes, to say something about Africa Rise and how you guys can come in to support Africa Rise and the activities of Africa Rise, and maybe inspire you to create your Africa Rise in your own capacity. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to see this development as it grows step by step. I say some few words to Africa Rise. We've been there for about 18 years. We started to support vocational training for people in the villages in PG district. So we have this school that we sponsor with funds to educate young others in training like tailoring, carpentry, bricklaying, building construction, all these works like mechanics. These jobs that you can do in the village where you are, so you don't have to move to town. So we're mostly supporting the very poor society in the villages, and try to give them perspectives. And we have been in there for a long time now, and right now we are forced to move to another place, and we took this opportunity to increase our intention. So now what we think that it's important to concentrate on sustainability in all kinds of, in all fields of sustainability. So it's ecological sustainability on the one hand, which is a very global theme, also very serious issue in Germany. And then there is social sustainability and economical sustainability, and they all have to work together, because if you only focus on one, you might fail on one or the other issues. So it's a very complex issue, and we started to say, we have to move out from the land to buy our own land, because it was a church land and the church stopped the lease contracts. So as we bought a new land, we said, okay, we start from scratch, and we want to build a school that is not just any kind of village school. We want to build a school that's the school of the future, actually. That's because when it concentrates on sustainability, it's a global theme. It's not only in Africa, or not only in Germany, and there is a big impact that we can do in Africa, because Africa is growing so fast, so that in the next 10 years we have as much development like in Europe in the past 100 years. So the impact is much bigger, and also in terms of sustainability, if we want to really achieve some recognizable impact, then we should concentrate on Africa, not in Europe. And also for Europe, it's more important to concentrate there, because as you said, is a global issue. So our idea is to create a school that trains the entrepreneurs and the growing economy to develop in a sustainable way. So it should be an international school, not just for Africans. It also should be, we want to gather like all the professionals with new technologies and ideas to train the new specialists in all the fields of construction. Is a very big field, but all fields of economical growth. And so what we need is a big network of different specialists and technicians. And as we started this, we also saw that, okay, we have to ally with the economy, because it's about the upcoming companies and on the upcoming new technologies that we can implement in Africa, because there's so much potential. Like if you look at Germany, everything is already set, so it's very hard to bring a new innovation, because all structures, it's very hard work to really change something. While in Africa it's really easy, especially with the new technologies, that we can really establish something new. So we see there's so much potential, and this is what I wanted to inspire you from, to be aware of your opportunities and also the role that you have. Right now we have, we always had this problem that we thought if we want to develop, the most important thing is to develop the mindset, because if you have a poverty mindset, you will never get out of poverty. So especially in the villages, you could see people like, yeah, but we're poor, you have to help us. And so we thought like that's where we have to really work on the issue. And with time has changed, what you can see also that it's also the way that Europe is looking at Africa as the same problem. We find the same structure, and the only one who can really change it is the Africans themselves. So I'm very happy to see this development, that this empowerment is taking place, because there's a big shift at the moment. The future is very bright, and it's really growing in the economy. And we also here have another, as Germans now have a problem with the demographics. So we need workers. They need really people here in the economy that fit in, but the structure to fit in the people is there yet. So it's this development, what I see here, is done by Africans themselves. They know now how we can refer the people more direct, and since technology has so much opportunities now, we can really develop something which is which can open so many doors. So your role in this is so important, because you or us will be the ones to create possible changes. And so I wanted just to focus on these 3 important issues. The first one, which was said several times, I just want to repeat it and say how important it is really the language, because it will change everything, how people will look at you. And it's the very important key for anything that you're doing, which is the major key issue. The next thing is community. So helping each other to build this community. It helps on the one hand to get the information that you need to link you to where you, because opportunities are there, but the connection is not, it's this difficult thing. So on the one hand, this is important. While doing this, there's one thing which is dangerous, especially in Berlin. It's so easy to get along with English. So the need of speaking German is not there, especially if you keep it as, growing in the community. So I really want to encourage you to speak German, even with each other, and create opportunities to learn. In the beginning you're not so familiar and it's not so easy, but don't worry, speak German. It's very, very important, and it really changes everything. Like one example, when I married, my mother's from Bavaria, and that's very, everyone came together now, and my wife, she's from Austria, and she's also there in the Nigerian community, and then everybody came together. Nobody knew nobody, so everybody was new, but you could see that the Nigerians from Austria connected with my old relatives from Bavaria, which were like most far from each other, but the language, they spoke the same accent of the language, so they were so familiar from the first time they spoke to each other, and they could see how powerful this tool is of language, so really don't underestimate it. And then the most important point also from my side is to be aware of the perspectives also that you could keep related to Africa, because this is now not a disadvantage, it's a big advantage that you have this background, because the potential. So that it's important to keep the community, to keep growing in this community, and also being related to back home and to the opportunities that can be created there. So that as much as you grow, you can have a bigger impact, because there's something, somebody called it black tax. When you come from Africa, you always have family in the background that is somehow waiting for your support. And this is a very important issue. You don't underestimate it also to, to give this, to keep this relationship, and also give maybe opportunity to others, or also to start businesses there with the money that you can make here, and also to see where it's going, that there's so much potential in the future, because one other aspect is also good that you have your job here and you make your money, but you have to also have other things running, even back there. And if you connect it with this society created, there's so much that investment that you can do there, which can in future also maybe even give you a better reason to go back and have a better life there, or you can move back and forth as you like. But it's a very big potential, and also for the industry here to grow there, to open doors. So you have an important role, and it's not only about your own, it's about the whole development in Africa, which can mostly be influenced by all the individuals who have the opportunity to go back and forth. And that is one thing that we're working together on, that we create a kind of app and online possibilities to contribute to this development of education and exchange of specialists, and even on solving one problem that we have here with workers, but they want workers just fitting directly into the system, and so we can, through a network like this, we can create the training specialized, and develop the whole thing so that it's the best thing for both sides to give opportunities and have perspectives. So I invite you all to be part of this development and keep this community growing, as it is a lot of aspects behind that can help, and that is not charity, that's business, and that's a very important mindset change that we need, because they need us here. We have a lot to give. We should not feel inferior. If we learn the language, there will be no problem, and then we have, instead of that, we have a lot of options, which can be very interesting also for an employer or for anybody. So that's why I want to encourage you to be very self-confident in the whole process, because you're not alone, and this community is growing, so a lot of things to come. So thank you very much for being around.
Thank you very much.